Duggar news: Jinger's unhealthy path motivated her to write her new book People Pleaser. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Have a nice day. For Duggar family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Duggar news fans know Jinger Duggar has been brave enough to be candid about tons of experiences from her childhood and past. Once her brother Josh Duggar was in prison for CSAM, she began to open up. Many perceived it as her rebelling against her family and their toxic teachings. But she has maintained she'd been trying to mend those bonds with her boundaries. Jinger's parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, are not happy with the books she has been releasing exposing her family. Yet her well-wishers and fans support her at full throttle. Because of this, the star often gets candid about several experiences of her life on her social media. This time she decided to open up about her motivation behind writing the book. What was it? Over the years, Jinger Duggar has not shied away from speaking her mind, be it through podcasts or releasing books. In a new segment, she and her husband, Jeremy, decided to answer some fan questions. A person wanted to know if the couple was a NGRY at Jinger parents for the toxic upbringing. Well, she graciously said no. Jinger explained that the lifestyle was presented to her parents as something that would grant success to their kids. Hence, in order to want the best for their kids, Jim Bob and Michelle decided to go down that path. So she believes that they always had the best of intentions for their kids. Hence, she was not upset at them for choosing what they chose. Jinger Duggar has been busy promoting her brand new book People Pleaser, breaking free from the burden of imaginary expectations. She has been upfront about the people-pleasing tendencies that she had from her childhood. It took her a while to work on herself and break through such toxic shackles. So she documented her journey about the same in her book. While talking about it, Jinger talked about the one thing that pushed her to write about the book. She had to take a trip down memory lane and recall an unhealthy habit that led to it. It turns out Jinger began to eat less as a teenager because she was worried people would perceive her as one thing led to another, and she found herself thinking about others more than herself. Well, fans will find out more about Jinger life and struggles through being a people pleaser in her new book and also breaking through from it. Are you excited about reading Jinger's new book? Tell us in the comments below. Keep an eye on season and spoilers for more Duggar news updates. Over the years, Duggar news followers have seen many Duggar kids settle down and start new lives with their significant others. Well, Joy-Anna's journey hasn't been any different. She and Austin Forsyth courted when they were 19 and 23 respectively. They have built an amazing life for themselves since then and have 3 kids they are looking after. Joy-Anna and Austin are also popular in the reality TV realm. Despite their show cancellations, they are often seen starring in different podcasts. But this time around, the couple ended up being stars in their own family members' podcast. Jinger and Jeremy invited them over and things got a bit emotional. Joy-Anna had a tearful moment when she heard her husband say something. Everyone has been seeing a new side to Joy-Anna Duggar these days. She has been using her social media space to capture the moments when she just ISN with her family. While her husband and kids make up most of her social media content, Joy-Anna ensures she dedicates time to herself. In a new post, she talked about leaving Arkansas. But Joy-Anna also said it was temporary and also for a trip with her girlfriends to Colorado. They went earlier this January to experience some snow. Well, Duggar news followers were glad to see her spend some me time instead of abiding by the toxic conditioning that urges women to always be homemakers and submissive to their husbands. It's been 8 years since Joy-Anna and Austin walked down the aisle and said to one another. Since then they have had 3 kids and focused on building a better life. They are also very close to the rest of their siblings, especially Jinger and Jeremy Duggar. So the latter invited them to their podcast, The Jinger and Jeremy Show. The couple wanted to know from Austin what it was like being Joy-Anna's husband. He happily said she was everything he could dreamt of. Before she came into his life, Austin thought he had all that he wanted, but after Joy-Anna he realized he needed her and God revealed that to him. At last he said his wife was the most amazing thing that ever happened to him. So Jinger and Jeremy shared the snippet of Austin saying so from their podcast on their social media handle. After seeing the clip, Joy-Anna responded to her husband's wonderful words with teary-eyed out of happiness emojis. The couple got lots of love and support from Duggar News followers as they claimed this is what an ideal relationship should be like. What do you think about Austin's sweet gesture about Joy-Anna's presence in his life? Do you think she will return the favor and reveal how she feels about him? Keep an eye on for more Duggar news. De La Mottes is a new family with 11 kids who are here to share their life on TLC through Big Family Big City. The family will shift from the suburbs of the San Diego area to New York City. Mark and Amber De La Motte are famous social media influencers with 11 kids. Their kid ages range from 22 to just a few months old. Amber shared that she has yet another kid, but her other children do not support that. All their kids are into music. Or rather, that is what they are trained to do. Moving to New York is an expensive affair. We all know that it is costly, but is it correct to expect the little ones to busk on the streets to earn money? Well, it is exactly what the family is doing. Amber shared that the heating arrangement alone is as expensive as a mortgage. So they asked their kids to help them earn. The on will follow the De La Mottes family. The family has decided to leave San Diego and move to New York City. The series will feature 1-hour special episodes. In the show, we will get to see their journey from a small town to a big life in the city. De La Mottes are famous on social media and are moving to New York for their kids' careers. Their kids want to pursue music, so they have decided to support them and move to New York as there will be better opportunities in the big city. Mark and Amber De La Motte shifted to New York for their kids' future. New York is quite expensive, and they alone were unable to pay for the shifting and other expenses. So on the show Big Family Big City, Mark asked the kids to busk on the streets. Busking is when people perform on the streets to earn money. Mark and Amber in the recent promo took their kids to perform on the streets of New York. They often have to do head counts and see that everyone is present. They also almost lost a kind once, but luckily he was there. The couple shared that New York is very expensive. So they asked their kids to perform on the streets. Luckily they agreed. The 90% of their earning is for the home funds. The remaining they can keep for themselves and divide it. When they arrived at the location, their daughter was anxious if it was legal to perform anywhere. People started to come in and give them money as soon as they started performing. They liked the attention and enjoyed performing. However, fans were not happy. A netizen penned, "Making your kids busk because you can't afford them is abuse." Mark also shared that they pay $12,000 a month for rent. Everything is expensive, so they have no other option but to get help from kids. Another fan commented, "If you can afford to live in, then don't live in." Another one also compared them to the Duggar family. Keep coming back to for all the latest reality TV updates about Big Family Big City. Joy-Anna Duggar husband Austin Forsyth was against filming her labor and delivery for Counting On. About having Gideon, 31, said of his eldest son birth on the Wednesday, February 19 episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast. "I didn't want any film crew there. I took a lot of heat for that." Joy-Anna, one of 19 children, married Forsyth in 2017. The pair welcomed son Gideon in 2018, daughter Evelyn in 2020, and son Gunnar in 2023. That's something which Joy-Anna's sisters Jessa and I believe had already had Spurgeon and Israel on the show, so I should have thought about it, he recalled. "It's not something that as a single guy crossed my mind, like one day I'm going to have to make the decision if I'm going to have the network with cameras in our face. There are a lot you just don't know how." According to Forsyth, dealing with contracts helped bring him and Joy-Anna, 27, even closer as a couple. "She everything I could have dreamt of and way more," he said. "It's amazing that you think you know what you need and then God slowly reveals who you actually need. She the most amazing thing that ever happened to me outside of salvation." Joy-Anna's courtship with Forsyth was featured on the family docuseries, culminating in their wedding. For Forsyth, it was an adjustment to being featured on. "I didn't really trust the producers or the camera guys, not that the camera guys really had anything to do with the production," Forsyth claimed. "I remember the producer telling me it used to be so hard getting stuff out of you, and you always seemed like we were trying to trap you, or you always would think a long time about your answers, and we just wanted something spontaneous." Every time a Duggar child broke their family rules, Jinger wearing pants and beyond. Joy Anna and Forsyth have enjoyed a more private lifestyle away from the limelight. It feels like a different life almost, he told sister-in-law Jinger Duggar and her husband on Wednesday episode.